Hello Leo, Sun and Rising and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Leo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and or moving forward. So with all of that being said, Leo, let's get started. We do have the Devil, okay? We do have the Two of Cups, and then we also have the Ten of Cups. You know, the devil with the devil. Okay. I feel like this relationship, it's either currently being tested or it's about to get tested very soon. For the vast majority of you, this dynamic between you and this person might feel like it's constantly getting tested left and right to the point where like the two of you can't even catch a break within this dynamic. And that's just because, you know, the relationship in itself, is being tested. Am I worried and concerned about it? I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I feel like, yes, your relationship with this person more than likely has been getting tested left and right to the point where you may have found yourself essentially feeling like this person's not good for you, this relationship is not good for you, or it's just simply not going to work out. But I feel like every time you guys go through something, it makes the relationship between the two of you that much more stronger. It makes the bond between the two of you that much more stronger. I'm also getting that as well, but it does appear to me as well that even though you experience some bad times with this person, Leo, it looks like the good does outweigh the bad when it comes down to your relationship with this person. But tell me more about the devil. All right, let's see what's going on. Not surprised that the tower came out. I mean, the tower is linked to the devil, so we typically see these cards come out together, but yeah, it kind of looks like there's times where your relationship with this person can be so toxic and unhealthy that it causes you to feel like, you know what, it's just not going to work out between me and this person. This is just not working out. This is not working out. And something could have recently happened between you and this person that caused you to fall into this energy of, you know what, like, this is just not working out. It's just not working out between me and this person. A lot of you feel like you honestly gave this person, this relationship, your all. And even then, you still feel like, you know what, this is just not working out. This is not working out. This is not working out. A lot of you feel like the primary reason why things are just not working out between you and this person is because this person that you're with refuses to essentially change. I am definitely getting that. Now let's look at them and see how they're currently viewing this relationship. If something recently did happen, like a really big fight / argument between you and this person, I do believe you guys are going to talk about it and move past it. I am definitely getting that. Like, I don't see you guys breaking up or anything like that. I do see you guys working things out. And if this relationship did come to an end due to something that happened recently, I do see you guys getting back together and working things out. Okay, let's keep going. How does this person currently view this relationship with Leo? Yeah, whatever happened here between you and this person, because it looks like there was like a really big fight / argument and or disagreement, but it looks like you guys are definitely moving past it, and just kind of choosing, to like start over with one another and just simply leave the past in the past. Okay, so I do like the fact that you guys are moving past whatever the heck happened here between the two of you in the recent past. Now, if the two of you are still not on speaking terms due to this really big fight / argument, I wouldn't be too worried about it. I think that you guys are going to talk about it and move past it and work it out. And if this relationship did come to an end due to like what happened recently between the two of you, again, I really wouldn't worry about it if I was you. I think that you guys are going to talk about it and basically move past it. In other words, this relationship is far from over. How does Leo currently feel? So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Six of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. We also have the Five of Swords to the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Even though I do see you guys getting back together, even though I do see you guys, talking it out and working it out, okay? And moving past whatever the heck happened here between the two of you in the recent past. You're very worried and concerned that this person's going to do something else to self-sabotage things between the two of you, that they're going to do something, else to like ruin things between the two of you. And I feel like it's because you have a history of going through this with this particular person where they're constantly letting you down. They're constantly, disappointing you. They're constantly throwing a bunch of like, empty promises, I would say, in your direction. I feel like the primary reason why you're even giving this person another chance has a lot to do with the fact that you love them, you don't want to be without them, but it also has a lot to do with you giving this person the benefit of the doubt, which is kind of making me feel like this person more than likely is telling you that they're going to change or telling you that they're going to stop doing this and a third, because this to me feels like an energy of you giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like, even though, you know, history has essentially shown you that this person continues to let you down time and time again, it kind of looks like you're choosing to give them the benefit of the doubt again in hopes that maybe, just maybe, you know what I mean? Things will be different this time. Maybe, just maybe they'll stop doing this thing, or maybe, just maybe they will change. I don't necessarily feel, how do I say this? This to me just kind of feels like you're hoping that they'll change. You're hoping that they'll respect how you feel. You're hoping that they'll respect your boundaries. This to me just kind of feels like pure hoping at this point. Are you going to be shocked or surprised if this person lets you down again or disappoints you again? No, I don't think that you're going to be shocked or surprised, but I feel that it's because, you know, you're used to this person letting you down. You're used to this person disappointing you. So no, I don't think that you're going to be shocked or surprised by it. But I think that the more this person continues to put you in this predicament, the more you start to find yourself, you know, feeling like, you know what, this really is not going to work out, you know, between me and this person. Their actions and their behavior, they may not be consciously aware of this, but their actions and their behavior, all it's really doing is pushing you away. That's all that it's really doing. I just don't think that this person realizes that. All right, how does this person currently feel? All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, so we do have the Eight of Cups. We do have the Moon. And then we also have the Ten of Swords out here with the Wheel of Fortune. Before I open my mouth and say anything, I do want to look at the this energy really quickly here. Okay, so you have the Judgment card to the Nine of Cups to the Queen of Wands. Okay. In regards to, but that doesn't make no freaking sense though. Like, that doesn't really make logical sense though. Oh, great. Now we're getting another person that doesn't make logical sense. This is like the second time I'm like, you know, running into an energy like this. Okay. I'm just going to tell you what it is I'm seeing. It's not going to make any freaking logical sense, but I'm going to say it anyways. This person does come off to me as somebody who has like this massive fear of essentially losing you. Okay? Now, what doesn't make logical sense to me is this. If this person has a massive fear of losing you, why does this person put themselves in these predicaments to lose you? Like, that just doesn't make no logical sense to me, because if it's true, right, that this person's constantly doing things to self-sabotage things between the two of you, they're constantly, you know, throwing a bunch of empty promises in your direction, and they're constantly doing this, that, and the third, it's like, well, that's just them putting themselves in that predicament to lose you, right? I mean, one would assume, right? But it's like, that doesn't make no logical sense to me. If they have a massive fear of losing you, why put yourself in a predicament to lose them? Like, that just doesn't make no sense to me. Another reason why this person has a massive fear of losing you, I am definitely getting, especially for those of you who already have experienced a separation before, I feel like this person has a massive fear that if they lose you again, they're going to go back to like feeling lonely, you know, depressed, down, sad, because they already know what it's like to be without you, because they've experienced it, you know, either once before or many times before. So that's like another thing, is that this person fears that if they lose you, they're going to hit a massive state of unhappiness, depression, sadness, you know, things of that nature. They feel like you're going to be fucking perfectly fine. Psh. They feel like you're going to be perfectly fine. They feel like they're going to be the one essentially suffering if they were to essentially lose you. You know what's also weird about this dynamic here is that, how do I explain this? How do I explain this? How do I explain it? I guess the best way that I could put it is that because I am definitely getting that the two of you more than likely have experienced an ending before, and if you guys did, it kind of looks like you were doing pretty good, during this ending, that transpired between the two of you whenever it did happen. Like you were taking the ending very well, like you found yourself more at peace, happy, things of that nature. Meanwhile, this one over here was like sad and depressed, but you were good, like you were good. It's weird because I feel like this dynamic, it brings a lot of stress, anxiety, fear, worry, concern, all of that stuff, into your life. In other words, it just brings a lot of negativity, right, into your life. But when you're single and alone, you're fine. Like, you're absolutely fine. Like, you're not worried about anything. You ain't stressing about anything. Like, you're fine. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's weird because I feel like when the two of you are together, like, that's when this person is like their happiest. You know what I mean? But when the two of you are together, that's when we kind of see a whole nother version of you come out where you're not as happy as you are when you're single and alone, for perfect example, you see. But when this person's without you, they're lonely, they're sad, they're depressed, but you're like as happy as can fucking be. But when this person's with you, they're as happy as they could essentially be, and you're the one, that's miserable, sad, depressed, stressed, full of anxiety. You know what I mean? It's a weird dynamic. And I think what it is that you bring out the best in them and they bring out the worst in you. So when this person is not, obviously around, you don't got anybody bringing out the worst in you. You don't got anybody bringing out the worst in you. Um, you don't have anybody bringing out the worst in you. But when this person's alone, man, it's interesting because when it's like they find themselves feeling like they're like a failure. Like, oh, look at me. I experienced another failed marriage. Look at me now. I experienced another failed, relationship. It's like when this person's single and alone, like they're really mean to themselves. Like they tend to beat themselves up a whole lot. When you're single and alone, you uplift yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're good to yourself. But when this person's single and alone, man, it's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite. But yeah, it's weird. I just feel like they bring out the worst in you. Hence why you experience this relationship the way that you experience it. And I just kind of feel like you bring out the best in them. Hence why they experience the relationship the way that they experience it. Okay. And that's another thing. When this person's single and alone, they don't have anybody bringing out the best in them. You know what I mean? Like, this person comes off to me as somebody who truly is like their own enemy, unfortunately. But here we go. We have the Page of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, so Seven of Swords. It's like they're doing something on their end to self-sabotage things here, between the two of you again. Okay. What actions will this person take? We have the King of Wands, so Seven of Wands, and then we also have the Three of Pentacles out here. Okay, before I say anything, let's see exactly what this person's doing on their behalf. Yeah, the Seven of Wands, so the Wheel of Fortune, and then we also have the Three of Cups out here. I feel like that's the problem. I feel like this person respects how you feel when they feel like it. I think that this person respects this relationship when they feel like it. I feel like when this person wants to do right by you in this dynamic that they share with you, they do it when they feel like it. It all kind of boils down to like when they feel like it. If they wake up tomorrow morning and they feel like respecting how you feel, they will. If they don't feel like respecting how you feel, then they just simply don't. This person harnesses King of Wands like energy. A King of Wands is somebody who's known for being very, very selfish. It's someone who's essentially known for only thinking about themselves, more of the story. A King of Wands rarely ever stops to think about how their actions and their behavior is going to essentially hurt somebody else. They rarely ever think about that because they're too busy thinking about themselves and what's going to make them happy and what they want to do. Even if it does rub you the wrong way, even if you don't like it, you know what I mean? it's like it's really unfortunate because I feel like you can never catch a break, within your relationship with this person. You just can't. It's always something. Like, they're always doing fucking something, apparently. They're always doing something. It's like you guys move past one thing, you know what I mean? And now everything's good, and then boom, something else freaking happens. They're back at it, you know what I mean? Doing things that they know is going to upset you. They know is going to rub you the wrong way. They know is going to essentially piss you off, but they turn around and do it anyways. Your person doesn't make logical sense to me. Like, I don't even feel like this person really understands themselves, like, honestly. And I'm not trying to be funny here, but I don't even feel like this person understands themselves. It makes no freaking logical sense why this person has a massive fear of losing you, but they put themselves in predicaments to lose you. The math is not mathing here. It just doesn't make sense, you guys. Like, you would think that if somebody had a massive fear of losing somebody, that, I don't know, maybe they would avoid doing things, you know what I mean, to essentially lose you, but it's like this one over here, like, and another thing too is that this person, the things that they do, they don't necessarily think that what they're doing is essentially wrong. They don't necessarily think that what they're doing is wrong, but the fact that it bothers you, or the fact that you don't necessarily like that, are things that this person should definitely respect, right? Even if they don't think what they're doing is wrong. Like, if you view what they're doing as wrong, it's something that they should respect. But I feel like that's the problem, is that you guys have two different perceptions when it comes down to, like, whatever this thing is or whatever they're doing on their end. Like, you might look at it as like, yo, that's super disrespectful. Like, I don't like this, I don't like that. And in their eyes, they're just like, no, yeah, no, that's not disrespectful. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. But in your eyes, you're looking at it through the lens of like, no, that's disrespectful. I don't like that. You see what I mean? And it's like, what you view as like disrespectful, for perfect example, they don't view as disrespectful. What you view as wrong, they don't essentially view as wrong, if that makes any sense. But even if they don't, like, even though you guys have two different perceptions of like things, like, they should still respect nonetheless, like, how you feel about certain things. And the fact that they're not doing it because they don't think that they're doing anything wrong, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, they're putting themselves in that predicament to essentially lose you. What advice can you give me for Leo in regards to this connection? Let's see what's going on. We have the Queen of Cups. We got the Seven of Pentacles. We also have the Hangman. And then we also have the King of Pentacles. Okay, you want me to be honest? I'll be honest. Excuse me. I do see you. Yeah, I'm just going to say it. I do see you still dealing with this person and all that comes with this person, even though you may not like it. However, because you keep going through what you're going through with this person in particular, it appears to me that there's going to come a point in time where you're going to find yourself showing a whole lot of interest in someone else who doesn't treat you the way that they treat you, is basically what I'm getting. Who actually respects you and your boundaries and how you feel. Because I do see you being drawn to someone else while you're still technically speaking with this one over here to the right of me. Now, with all of that being said, this is somebody, technically speaking, that you will be equally yoked with. In other words, you're going to find yourself dealing with somebody of your caliber. Somebody brings just as much to the table as you do. Somebody who has the same morals as you do. Somebody who's, big on respect, just like you are. Like, I do see that definitely happening. You developing romantic feelings for somebody else is obviously not this person, but it appears to me that it's going to happen while you're still technically speaking with this person to the right of me. Now, here's the thing. You are dealing with a King of Wands like energy. A King of Wands like energy is somebody who's very big on pride. They're known for being very egoistic. So when you do reach this point of like wanting to leave this King of Wands to go be with this, King of Pentacles, it's going to get ugly. You know what I mean? Because a King of Wands is somebody who does not like to look stupid. And you got to understand, they look at you as somebody who would never disrespect them. They look at you as somebody who would never play them. So the moment you turn around and run off into the sunset, honey, with King of Pentacles, it's going to shatter this person's ego and it's going to get ugly, is basically what I'm getting. But I just kind of feel, going back to what I said, I feel like their actions and their behavior, all it's really doing is pushing you further and further and further and further and further away. The thing that they don't realize is that it's pushing you towards another man. It's pushing you towards another woman. Now, are they doing this with the intentions of, I'm just going to push and push and push, you know what I mean, until you end up finding somebody else? Like, no, I don't feel like they're doing it with those intentions. Absolutely not. But that's what's happening here. They just don't know it, if that makes sense. They just don't know it. They just don't know it. But that's exactly what's going to end up happening here. This relationship is going to come to an end, and it's going to come to an end because you will leave this person, but you're leaving this person to go be with someone else. And that someone else is going to be the same someone else that you were investing your time and energy towards, while still technically speaking, being married to this person to the right of me, or in a relationship with this person to the right of me. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.